Welcome back. We are still talking about the Governor's Challenge in high school hoops, and we had a pretty good matchup on Tuesday. Pocomoke took on Flowers in their bracket championship. Early on in this one, check out Tyler Nixon. All 5'4" of the little guy gets up there for the block, and it starts the fast break, and he'll finish it with the layup at the other end. The Warriors still up here in the second half as Dejor Mills gets the steal, takes it all the way in here for the and one finish past the defender. Flowers, though, made just enough plays down the stretch. They pull this one out. Elliot Brown collects the miss here, finishes for the putback plus the foul. Pocomoke drops a tough one, 64-61 the final.
Sussex Central and North Dorchester balloted off on the last day of the Governor's Challenge. We start off with Sussex Central. Jordan Brummel drives it and pulls up, knocks it down for two. North Dorchester's Ronald Nichols right there dishes it inside to Dejon Pittman. He misses it, but Andre Barham gets the rebound and gets the bucket and one. The Eagles back at it. Pittman works the give and go with Delshawn Planner, and 2-1 will finish the play. Pittman finished with a solid double-double, 16 points and 15 rebounds, but it was not enough to take down Sussex Central. Amante Clanton gets the ball down low, quick turnaround and puts it away. Sussex Central goes on to win the game 61-41 and wins their bracket.
Big congrats to them. Well, Indian River was looking to do the same. They were taking on Benjamin Franklin. Shaquille Hollier making things happen early on for the Indians. Finds Devon Justice underneath for the easy two. Second half and still a tight ball game. Check out Kejuan Major from the parking lot. Tees it up and the lefty puts it in from deep. But the Bayhawks would be the ones that made the plays down the stretch. It's Tahim Poland right here. Down low, eventually puts this thing in, plus the foul. IR drops this thing 49-39 the final.
Colonel Richardson taking on Catassin right here, and Colonel Richardson's Isaiah Boulding gets the steal at half court, fakes the pass, and finishes off the play with that left-handed lay-in right there. CR back at it. David Dickerson with a nice pass down low to Mark Turner to add 2 more points on the board, but Catassin stayed ready to attack. Derek Smith here hits the 3 ball right there. Wait for it. Banks it, and that he had actually 4 threes on the day. Catassin goes on to win that game 64-57 in overtime.
Well, what a great week of basketball, and I tell you what, it kind of definitely shuffled up my top 5 rankings.
It kind of kept mine a little bit similar, but we have our very own Trayvon Miles, who's going to let us in on his top 5, or his top high school basketball picks this week. Trey, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Angela. Well, what an exciting couple of days of the Civic Center, the last 2 days of the Governor's Challenge. The holiday games do not count for overall records in Maryland, but some of this list was compiled on how these teams played over the break. So in Maryland, Parkside still at the top spot. I give Washington the nod over Wahigh this week. Now, Wahigh will have their chance to get back up. These two match up tomorrow in Princess Anne, but a great win for the Jags in the Governor's Challenge over Mervo, so they get the nod. Pocomoke Warriors also showed a lot, beating two-way powerhouse Randallstown. Bennett, powered by 2 great games by Jordan Duffy, back up into our top 5 and swinging things over to the first state. The holiday games do count towards records. Poly in 2 holiday tournaments over the break. They take their first loss in Pennsylvania, but remain our top team. Dover, also out of town over the break, took their first loss in Baltimore, but it will be an interesting week as Poly and Dover square off in Woodside this Friday. Cannot wait to see that one. Sneaking their way onto our list is Smyrna. The Eagles will have a great chance to prove they're worthy to be on our list as well. They travel to Dover on Tuesday. Laurel with their first 2 losses on the year, but showed great fight in both. And how about those Cardiac Cats at Del Mar rounding out our top 5, guys?
Well, not bad, actually. I actually have the exact same ones over there for Maryland schools. Del Mar just a tiny bit different. I switched around that 3-4 spot. I got Smyrna dropped down just a little bit below Laurel. No tough week for Laurel, but I still believe in the Bulldogs.
Awesome. Okay, well, after the Governor's Challenge, I am still a little bit new, but I am learning, so it's definitely helped my knowledge a little bit of the local teams even more. But I'm going with Trey for Maryland. I like Parkside, Washington, Wahigh, Poco, and Bennett. I believe that was my list last week. I'm just going to throw it out there. And then also I like to see Poly and Dover up at the top, but I can't wait to see what happens there, like Trey was saying this week. Then you have Smyrna, Laurel, and I like having Del Mar thrown on there because, like I said, you can't doubt them right there.
Wildcats did have a good showing in that tournament.
They did. All right, well, stay right here. Up next, we'll be joined at the desk with UMES head coach Bobby Collins to talk about the Hawks.
I'm Hannah Moran. I go to Kent Island High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.